What's going on? Welcome to the Crash Course in Nutrition. Let's get into it. So the primary goal of nutrition is to fuel your body with the right amounts of macronutrients, micronutrients, and water. So the macronutrients are protein, fats, carbs, and alcohol. This is where all your calories come from these four things. That's what your body metabolizes to get energy and to build itself and do everything. And when you burn protein, fats, carbs, and alcohol, there's a certain amount of calories in each of those, which is the total amount of energy. So nutrition drives your total body weight and your overall body composition, how much fat versus muscle you have, as well as your gut health, your overall health, your mental health, how you feel and perform physically and mentally. Nutrition is very important. In short, you are what you eat and how much. It's both. So dial in what you eat and drink and the dosage of each food and drink that you eat. No food or drink is completely off limits, but some are best consumed in low dosages like alcohol, juices, sodas, junk food, etc. So keep in mind, low dosages of this, higher dosages of healthy foods. A secondary goal is to feel satiated from what you eat and drink. Your appetite is driven by emotions and hormones, and when you consume the right foods in the right amounts, you will feel less hunger and more fullness. You will feel less food noise and less stress related to eating. And then you can help control your appetite even further by reducing stress, boredom, or just get used to being bored and not turning to food for it. When you're tired, lonely, improving sleep, and sticking to a consistent eating and sleeping schedule, these are all things that will help control your appetite. Because at the end of the day, people that are overweight, they have an appetite problem. They don't have a metabolism problem. They just have a higher appetite than those who just stay lean naturally. I have a higher appetite than my brother. He always struggles to gain weight, and I didn't. I could always put on weight easily because I like to eat a lot, and he just didn't. So it was always a challenge for him to gain weight. But it comes down to appetite. A lot of it's genetic, but a lot of it comes down to stress, boredom, tidiness, poor sleep, being around delicious foods all the time. So the final goal of nutrition is to enjoy it, even as you make changes to eating habits that you've had your whole life. So don't make dramatic changes in your eating habits. Your body, gut, mind are used to eating. They're used to eating the way you've been eating for a long time. It will fight you and make you feel miserable if you change too much too fast. So this is what I did when I was overweight. I just made small changes. I didn't go drastic, and it just makes it a lot more tolerable. And it's like, yeah, I wish I want to eat more, but I'm still okay eating a little bit less of peanut butter jelly Cheerios every night, which was the main thing that drove my weight gain because I loved it. I love it, still do. So it's best to make small changes that are easy to handle, cut back a bit on the junk while slowly adding and increasing whole foods. Give it a few weeks to make that your new normal, then make another small change. And this is how you just make small changes week by week, and it makes it easy and fun, and you change the way you eat. It's going to change you forever instead of just sticking to a crash diet using willpower. This makes it so like you're actually changing your beliefs, you're changing your identity and how you eat, making it permanent. So repeat this over and over, and you'll find yourself enjoying the journey. As you adjust your eating habits to include more nutrient-dense foods, you will begin to enjoy them more and even crave them. You may not like, healthy foods right now because your body's not used to eating them. But as you make the switch, you'll start to crave fruits, veggies, meats, healthy things. You're still always going to make room to enjoy the special foods. These are the tasty foods with no or low nutritional value and even harmful ingredients like a lot of processed foods do, or alcohol. And you enjoy these on special occasions or even on unplanned occasions, but you enjoy them without guilt. I've never felt guilty over binge eating, and I have done it often, still do, even though I'm lean. It's not something you can't do when you're lean. You can still eat a crap ton. And I do it on holidays, I do it on vacations, I do it on parties, and then my day-to-day, I get back to a normal eating schedule where I'm eating mostly meats, eggs, fruits, and veggies. So the Fit and Prime nutrition strategy is the simplest fat loss diet is staying full on meats, eggs, fruits, veggies, and protein shakes, plus low-fat dairy if you can handle it. So Greek yogurt, milk, cheese, cottage cheese. Have some grains and starches around workouts. So these are breads, pasta, rice, cereal, potatoes, etc. Cut back on them normally, less than you want to, and that makes a big difference in overall calories. And then enjoy your special meals 1 to 2 times a week, ideally on training days, and ideally you have them planned out so you know where they are. But sometimes they'll be unplanned, and that's fine. The simplest muscle building diet is to follow this, I call it step 3, but eat tons of grains and starches at every meal and less veggies, because the veggies will fill you up and the grains and starches will give you more calories. So it makes it easier to hit a calorie surplus by eating grains and starches. So cut loose on vacations and holidays, but get back on plan once they're over. A lot of people build, unhealthy habits on vacations and holidays, and they have a hell of a time getting back to normal. So don't fall into that trap. So this nutrition strategy is CFAF approved. It's safe, effective, easy, efficient, flexible, affordable, and fun.